I'm hoping that sending this to Irving about his exact work. Okay, I'll show you all the stuff on the screen. Okay, I'm done with the paper for a bit. I just got to tell you what's in here, what I said to him back. Because I got to tell you guys why these two are the same. Okay, so I'm going to show you some stuff here. I'm going to show it to you though on the screen. I'm not going to do this. I need two hands though. Okay, I'll figure this out. Okay, I know there's a, I guess you guys can't see this, but there's a bench down there. I'm going to get to it and sit. Until then, I think I know how to handle the first page. For example, like you got the serpent on both sides on the left, you see? And how the, I don't want to say it is a man, you know, the second symbol, like, well, let's call this three symbols. You've got the serpent, you've got the dude, and you've got the chevron on the one thing, and it looks like a trident on the other, or a bird, let's say, they call it a bird. Oh my God. I'm not drunk yet, so I'm not going to wipe out, I promise you. This is going to take a while, though, for me to get down there to sit. But okay, so you see how in both of them, there's a line drawn from the man down to the bottom edge of the medium. On the second one, the one that Irving says, oh, yeah, here's a good chance for me to say what Irving really meant. Because I don't want to be that guy who says, he said it's writing. And it's not really what he said. He said he thinks it's like a stamp. He thought it was like the name of a person where you, it's a stamp seal kind of idea because it's rounded back. He rightly points out that the back of it has a round, no handle or anything, but this is primitive stuff. So they, well, not primitive. I don't want to say that word, but it's a little more, you know, the hardware store at this time didn't have handles on the frying pans. So anyways, on the left, I'm going to tell you that's the prime mover. That's the original prime mover. The serpent, the world serpent. And that line going down is for us right now just a message to you that both stones complete a circuit. See how the line drawn on top on the first one? This is the way later, I'm not saying that's what it is here, but let's talk about it. That line drawn on the top meant sky later on, right? This is Egyptian for sky. Why else would you draw that, right? It's over his head. It's a firmament. Other language could be firmament, that kind of thing. Celestial, at the top of the celestial sphere, or whatever it is. We don't know how tall this guy really is because he looks like he's on either a hill or on the planet, right? Did they think the planet was round? Maybe yes, maybe no. But they knew if you walked to the horizon, you kept going, and the stuff over the horizon was real. They knew it was rounded, like the turtle thing in North America. It's a rounded shell, right? That's why the world was a turtle, is because it had a rounded shell. Not just because it floated in the waters. But, okay, just refocusing so I don't wipe out. And then you see also how in the first one, the man is holding his arms down, it looks like, and then, I mean, it doesn't look like. And then in the second one, if it's a man, he's holding his arms up. I want you to understand the second one is a little bit more advanced. It's not just a man. It's the central pillar of Gobekli Tepe and, for example, enclosure D, or it doesn't matter which enclosure. The top of it also connects. It's like they're rays, right? And they connect to the edge of the medium. So they complete a circuit. And that's the word I wanted to give to him, was circuit. to Finkel, because we're going to call this the Finkel stone. But that arms raised is also an expression of the female that everyone thinks is absent from Gobekli Tepe. Even Klaus originally thought, it seemed amazing, there was so many phallic images, like they were protecting the central pillars or something like that. He wasn't sure, but he knew there was a religion there. And he would say stuff like, it looks like they're guarding the central pillars or whatever's in the center of the enclosure. But there wasn't any female aspect anywhere. But I've got videos, you can look back, I've shown that completely to be, just because it was hard to understand what you're looking at. Like, there's a character in Mesopotamia later on called Nama or Namu, who, according to Wigerman, her only feature was female genitals, because she was the waters. She didn't have like a face, because she represented the primordial waters. And the female genitals part comes in because everything I've shown you guys now, man, for how many, well, I mean, it's only been a couple years, I guess, I've shown you guys. But I've been living with this idea of Pillar 43 being female genitals for so long that, to me, I see the central pillar on the second stone here, and I think to myself, it's two things. It's a man holding his arms up straight, but they didn't have sex in their gods. It was also female. It was the oldest gods in Mesopotamia were thought to exist mingled together. The male and the female were mingled together, and that's what you see right there. The male and the female mingled together. The top is where the primordial waters come from. Think of rain, period. The first one has, sorry, I forgot I'm drinking. I'm getting close to a bench. Okay, the first one has the sky across the top, and the second one is also reaching for the sky, right? You can see that. But it's also the vagine, where the primordial waters come from her, from whatever. It's not, okay, her. I have the problem too. It's not her. It's the female aspect of whatever all this was. Okay? All right, I got to get to the bench without wiping out. But what I told Dr. Finkel, was that it's undeniable that the serpent in the first one is about, it's the world serpent because it's in the air. And the chevrons are also in the air. And they become wrapped into his cuneiform, well, not his, I mean, he's the original. He's not the, Irving is, as much as he looks that age. Yeah, Irving. He's not the original guy. But they really believed that, I forget what I was saying now. Okay, never mind. Let me get to the seat. Hold on. Before literally, I'm by myself here. If I wipe out, I'm here till morning. Let me get to the seat and I'm going to sit down. And then I'm going to read some of this stuff to you. Because I'm finishing a paper right now about all the pillars of Gobekli Tepe, not just Pillar 43 and Pillar 33, whatever normal rookies are looking at. That's not me. I've done it all. And okay, oh my God. I've got to find another way out of here. But here we go. This is going to be one take because it's been so long since I recorded a video and I have ADHD and I just got to tell you guys what's happening. So I'm going to read this to you. So I was delighted to hear your recent thoughts on the small green chlorite plaquette from Gobekli Tepe. I was particularly struck by your observation that nobody is looking at it, however, because it stung a lot to me. I said a wee bit in the letter. But honestly, ADHD is a killer, man. It takes your time. I understand so much of this stuff, and nobody else does. If I die, it goes with me, and nobody gets it. So now Irving has this. And let me show you some more. Oh yeah, this word, portable algorithmic schematic. So where he says this is like, he doesn't say the word words, but he says it's like son of. This is my stamps. I'm this person, son of so and so. That's what his instinct is for these things. But my instinct, I know, it's a portable algorithmic schematic. It's something you carried with you, because I've seen in the Kabaran too something that's like a portable almanac, and that's almost along these lines. But this is advanced stuff. This is the entire worldview that they had. In fact, I told him it's about motion mapping. So you see the serpent moves, and when you compare it to the Jerf el-Ahmar plaque, the logic of the celestial motion becomes undeniable. It really is, right? The central pillar character is holding up the sky like everybody else later on, and the chevrons, though, are about the shifting waterway, which is stuff you've seen me on my, well, if you haven't, you can go back and look at what I've done with Egypt and how I understand the shifting waterway. What that means, it's not that the waterway is winding, it's that the waterway shifts. My ancestors built the Rideau Canal. I understand what a shifting waterway, the actual language means. It's like, imagine the whole engineering project just grinding along, because over time, the zigzag that this channel is all about, the zigzag makes the diamond shapes that are in characters like Newt. And like, I can tell you it's not the Milky Way. I've got another video coming about the Milky Way being the shifting waterway. It's not that. I promise you. It doesn't account for so much. It's a very narrow focus when someone, if you ever hear a researcher say that the shifting waterway is the Milky Way, it means they're trying to get a credit on a friggin' test while I'm out here almost dying on the ice. For you, because my number one, okay, I've had beers. My number one priority, though, my number one value, if you're a Tony Robbins person, my number one value in life since about like the year 2000 has been to promote understanding. And so I'm not here giving you misinformation. I'm talking about an integrated circuit, okay, that they understood way back in the pre-pottery Neolithic. What should I say? Okay, so let me just flip through some stuff here. This is one take. Like I said, I'm going to do this. I don't care. I'm going to post it one take. I'm going to have another chug. I'm in a rich part of town, and I have no... So... Oh, wait. No, I said one take. Damn it. Well, okay. Well, I'll show you the rich part of town. Here's the rich part of town. That's why this... Anyways. Okay, I got to get through this quickly before I'm drunk. So the prime mover. I said the prime mover word. And... don't believe me on this yet, but you have to look at Lascaux. You understand that it only makes sense that when they talk about lunar things, they're going to do it, a month is going to be a square. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's just, why would, maybe it would be a diamond instead, but why would you do it any other way? What's part of my argument to Irving too is, Dr. Finkel, sorry, is you turn it a little bit into diamond, and that's the shape that is primary to this channel. And so it's 11. So this is 11 squares, and then of course the last one I'm going to tell you is the moon to make a year, because this pillar is a scene. See this hill? That's Gobekli Tepe's hill, and then this is a flat plain, just like Haran today. And over here would be the what you're seeing here is a lunar eclipse on the, I mean, comment all you want down below, but I'm telling you, this is a lunar eclipse, 9511 BCE, not random. On NASA's Stellarium, this is 9510. The error rate is plus or minus a few hours, and this pillar helps you determine that their plus or minus a few hours is better than they thought. I'm helping NASA calibrate their friggin' calculations right here, and people need to start understanding that, even if I only post videos once every gajillion years. Oh yeah, so, and you guys on my channel, you've seen maybe some of this stuff before, where this stuff is about rebirth. You have to remember what Göbekli Tepe is. It's a place for the dead. It's not a place for the living. It's a place for recycling your loved ones, right? Like when someone died and they put them, let's say, well, there's proof of this being excarnation, where vultures ate you and delivered your corpse in pieces to whatever recycling plants they imagined. But where do I go from here? Because there's so much. Well, okay, well, if you can read it. So the warp background, this is the key. Maybe you just show actual proof. See how they warp these? They warp them in a way, I didn't tell Irving this yet, but they do it in a way that these squares do not come out of a vulva. None of these squares, compared to this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, even this guy, compared to, and this guy takes the shape, compared to all these characters, especially the ones going into the baskets, none of them, this one doesn't show, like they all have the characters coming out of a vulva in the background, but these squares do not, because the moon was the birth canal. It's not like an eclipse was always a scary thing. For some people, an eclipse, because of the 9 years thing that's involved in the cycle of the moon, the 9 years, like you hear it later in Mesopotamia, 9 years equals 9 days, or well, her 9 weeks equal 9 days, or whatever. You want to give birth as easily as Jemmy Sin, who is a moon character. Sometimes eclipses were not bad. It was birth on the ecliptic. It was birth. See it shift up? Look, eye symbol is that. This is a template. This is their idea of a template. These are not the enclosures. I'm sorry, Mr. Lee Claire. I don't know what these are exactly yet. We're going to talk about that another day. Maybe this is above the moon though, right? This is a scene and it's above the moon. The sun is going below the horizon and the moon is coming up. This is an eclipse. There's no doubt about it. Oh yeah, and this is really about the central pillars, and I want to make sure people know that the Holy Cheerio, I call it, coming, it's the same as this: closed eyes and open eyes, oculus. There's words here that mean a lot. Did you see these? These like this is the Twin Peaks. This is Mount Mashu, and these are closed eyes, which probably is something about being blinded, classically, like, or sleeping, which is all about closed eyes. And the closed eyes mean eclipse. If your eyes are closed and you're rising, if you are, if the eye of the mountain came out of the mountain closed, it's an eclipse. These are serpents. Do you see? This is the same as a zigzag. It looks squared, but it's not. It's a zigzag still. Okay, what else do I want to tell you right now? Because I better wrap it up, I think. Oh yeah, Fushi Nuwa. Oh, here. Yeah. Well, I guess I got this. Should I end on this? Oh, no, I shouldn't end on this. Okay, it's going to be a few minutes more. And I dropped the earbud. Okay. Yeah, so you see how here you have that shape. It's the same as this shape. And I've said it's like a man holding his arms up, but it's not just that. It's the lap of the horizon and like newt. These two are square-headed birds that are holding hands, coming together during an event. And they're square-headed birds because they are the sun and moon, which I can show going all the way back to 14,000 BC. What's the... I'll come back to that another time. It's square-headed birds. It's a real thing. And they are the same, like in a sense, the holy Cheerio underneath is the lunar node. It's an oculus. It's a hole. It's a gateway. It's where the sun comes out of the earth, but it's also where water rains down. And it also is so much more. Like I just want you to understand, this is celestial stuff. You see, there is a circle here with 3 lines on it, because this whole thing is not just a center for the enclosure. It tethers the points on the horizon where the sun's limits are. The sun and moon has limits on the horizon that are tridents. In the end, Zeus's trident steers the course of all things. It keeps things into the path of Anu, for lack of a better term. Okay, there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to have to make another video. Anyways, I'll give you the materials and you can do what you want. The bird foot thing. Because I want to... Wait. You guys have seen this before. Well, if anyone's been on my channel before, you've seen this. Where it's inevitable. You have to talk about constellations. There's no way around it when it comes to Gobekli Tepe. But everyone else has the constellations 100% wrong. I mean, except for Cygnus and Taurus. Okay, well, not everything. Cygnus, Taurus, and Scorpion. The Scorpius, everyone else has, right? But nobody has this. And you got to understand why I go by the actual dead center of the carbon dating. Nobody else does. Everyone else massages the carbon dating. I do not. This is dead friggin' center of the carbon dating. For 95, when the eclipse I just told you about, this is it. This is the time. This is the lock point on the horizon. The summer solstice. You can see this on the winter solstice as well. But on the summer solstice, when the sun was setting at Gobekli Tepe back then, Grus, whether remembered or not later on, Grus was the corner constellation here. Okay, you guys just look at this. I think I'm done. I'm posting it as... Oh, wait, I am done, right? This is bonus? Oh, no, it's not completely done. One last page. I think... Oh, no, or did it... Yeah, it's one last page, right? Yeah, because input and output is important, right? The nudging, you got to notice. How does nobody notice that this is nudging? And here I say penetration, but it's like one being. I don't know if it's 2 separate beings. And the birth comes out. This is the primordial cow, just like friggin' Zoroastrianism. And this was an eye symbol. It's hard to see here, but I'll show you high def, I guess, at home. Yeah, I've got a picture for you. And the eye symbol transforms into a bull at the bottom. Yeah. I'll show you later. Okay, all right, that's it for now. Thanks. Oh my God, I forgot. Oh, I forgot I left. I forgot I dropped that earbud. Good thing I'm not that drunk yet. I forgot I dropped the earbud. Jesus Christ.